NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
Well, it is the news that Californians have been waiting for since March. Governor Gavin Newsom announces a timeline for distributing COVID-19 vaccines when they are available, and it's a sobering reality. Thanks so much for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Mark Mullen.
This is the sober reality. The expectation cannot be this calendar year for the overwhelming majority of us to get to where we need to go as a nation, as a state. That will not happen until 2021.
Well, it's the first realistic look at what life might look like once those vaccines land here in California. We know a small number of FDA-approved vaccines could be here before the end of the year. Governor Newsom today saying priority will be given to people in higher risk groups, including healthcare workers and first responders. The rest of us probably would not get a vaccine until sometime in 2021. When we do, it will be in two phases, meaning we get a first inoculation, a shot, come back later and get a final one. Right now, the state is figuring out the logistics of all of that. Governor Newsom did say that a team of healthcare workers, including a professor from UC San Diego, will independently review the vaccines just to make sure they are safe.
Question I often get is, are you going to take someone's word for it as it relates to vaccines? Of course, we don't take anyone's word for it. We will do our own independently reviewed process with our world-class experts.
The governor said a vaccine distribution plan was submitted to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. As a result, the national government gave us $28.8 million to put together vaccine steering committees and get everything ready. Today, we're hearing from a Chula Vista grandmother who is finally recovering from COVID-19 after being hospitalized 50 days. 62-year-old Matilde Barrios Perez tested positive in July and was admitted to the ICU afterwards. During that time, she spent 3 weeks in a coma, and when she woke, it took her weeks to walk and talk again. Her message to others, don't kid around, take it seriously.
So many people die, so many people are still suffering from it, so please take it serious.
Perez lost her brother-in-law and sister-in-law just this morning to the virus. She says she is still working on regaining strength in one of her legs, but is on a road now to a recovery. Parents, if you are struggling from homeschooling fatigue or the COVID slide, you're not alone. Online tutoring service TutorMe says the biggest complaints they hear are that students are not motivated or they get lost in the mix. They say parents and students should both check in about their online learning format at least once a month. TutorMe says kids will probably need extra help with some subjects, whether it's you helping with that, a group getting together virtually, or a tutor.
When you make it online, it really drives down that barrier. And that's something that students nowadays are more used to. So it's actually more natural to do something online or with their phone. So we're seeing that this is really boosting confidence and allowing students that would have otherwise not asked for help, actually seeking out help.
We also have links to many more resources to help parents right now on our website, NBC7.com. CVS wants to hire 15,000 workers to help prepare for an expected rise in COVID-19 and flu cases this fall and winter. More than 2/3 of those will be full and part-time licensed pharmacy technicians who can dispense medication and administer COVID tests. CVS says it's hired about 76,000 full, part-time, and temp workers since March and has more than 4,000 drive-through testing sites. Well, a clear sky today, but a cool down is in store. Here is Dagmar with your Tuesday forecast.
Looking at your Tuesday, you will enjoy another beautiful fall day across San Diego County. A few mid-level clouds in that mix, high sweeping clouds as well. Ending up seeing your coastal temperatures right around that mid-70 mark. So very comfortable there. Partly cloudy skies, very similar to today. Inland valley zones, a few low clouds lingering as well. You'll be in that low 80 mark. Really comfortable. Good outdoors weather. Mountains, you've got the low 80s as well. Nice. And you'll end up seeing about that 100-degree mark in the deserts. Notice how you're creeping a little bit lower? Won't be long before you feel the 90s. So enjoy this Tuesday. Better weather on the way, even than this.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
Bill Howe is a family-run company that is as diverse as their services, promotes employees from within, and gives back generously to the San Diego community.
I am Bill Howe.
I am Bill Howe.
We are Bill Howe.
We are Bill Howe.
Because we know how.
Some bowlers are fighting to keep a popular bowling alley in Mira Mesa from shutting down. Mira Mesa Lanes is one of many bowling alleys around the county struggling to stay in business because of the pandemic. One local family is now raising money to help them. The Grime family says they're frustrated that bowling alleys have not been allowed to reopen. They say the sport is an important outlet for kids and can be done at limited capacity while maintaining physical distance.
My kids' friends do gymnastics indoors and volleyball indoors, and it's challenging to understand why bowling centers have been put into a different category. Every week that goes by, the more heartbreaking it is and the more worried I become that we're going to lose Mira Mesa permanently.
The family wants to raise enough money to pay the rent at least this month and hopes that they can keep the business rolling until the governor gives a go-ahead for bowling alleys to reopen again. It's going to do it for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Mark Mullen. Be safe. Have a good night.